Doesn't take much. Okay, for smoked sausages, any sausages that go into the smoke should be cured. Okay, and for curing, no matter what you read anywhere, you're going to need sodium nitrite. Okay, there's some of them. I think Chili Farmer's recipe, one of me has on the forum, calls for saltpeter, which is potassium nitrite, and it will work, or potassium nitrate actually, and it will work. But I don't recommend using it because, to start with, it's been outlawed by the government for use in commercial foods. Plus, the amount that you use is hard to regulate. This stuff, pink salt, comes cure number 1, cure number 2, and it's lots of different names. I think this one says modern cure. Some of them say insta-cure. I can't think of the name. Prod powder. They're all the same. They're all pink. There's number 1 and number 2. Don't get number 2 unless you really know what you're doing. Number 2 contains sodium nitrate as well as sodium nitrite. What happens is the sodium nitrite in the meat, mixed in the meat, well, first it turns to an acid. Then it turns to nitric oxide, and it combines with mitoglobin in the meat. Mitoglobin is the oxygen carrying part of the blood and meat. And it causes it to retain the red color. Okay, it inhibits botulism, which is very important because when you're smoking the meat, you're going to be, the temperature of the meat is going to be between 40 and 140 degrees for some time, and that's the perfect temperature for the bad guys to grow. This inhibits them from growing. 1 level teaspoon per 5 pounds. Okay, this stuff is toxic. I mean, if you slip a little bit, it's probably not going to hurt you. Okay, but 1 level teaspoon for 5 pounds is plenty. This is 6.25% sodium nitrite and 93.75% salt.
I read the reason it's pink is because people used to confuse it with salt.
Yeah.
And screw up, so it's always pink.
And I wish they would kind of change the cure number 2. It looks exactly the same. It's pink. It's like this. The sodium nitrate in number 2, it takes longer to break down. It requires the bacteria in the meat to break it down. It breaks down from sodium nitrate to sodium nitrite, okay, to nitric oxide, just like this does, except it takes time and it takes the bacteria to break it down. And it's really meant for dry curing. If you're going to cure for at least a week, and I would say even this will go for a week, and you know what you're doing, you can start looking at cure number 2. But understand that the reason that it's restricted, I mean, it's been outlawed in the use of bacon, that was primarily what was used to cure bacon before. But sodium nitrate at high heat forms nitrosamines, which is a carcinogen. Okay, and so basically, there's not a big reason to use it. This works.
Yeah, the thing I've seen one time to use it's like a dry cure, you know, in Asian, hanging salamis and making.
And if you're doing that, you're fermenting too, and that's not going to be part of this.
Where do you purchase that at?
You can. I got this from Zach's. It's a supplier here in Texas. If you go on the web and type in Zach's, you can find it. But you can get smaller packages from Bass Pro and Cabela's.
Any of the sausage supply places got it.
Yeah.
Ed Ames got it on his.
Yeah. Ames, I'm gonna discourage any business with Ames. Even though you can see, if you look at the phosphates.
The boys ain't what the dad was.
Yeah, Joe, the old man was a great guy, but he died 3-4 years ago. And his sons are crap, and they screwed me. And so anything about Ames, Joe was great, okay? But it's called the Ingredient Store. It's in Indiana, I think. At one time it was good. It's not anymore.
I had some at Amos Falls. How long does that stuff last?
I think a long time.
Okay, I threw one of them away about 6 months ago. Well, I never could, I couldn't find anything to tell me how much of it I could use. I was wanting to use it for a chicken injection.
It's in there.
They're the ones that sell the fab stuff, right?
Yeah.
Is that all the phosphate stuff is I mean, just
Yep.
most of that,
Yeah.
just the fab, just the phosphates and
They found that Fab B and
Yeah.
butchers and.
Go to Butcher's Supply, get that.
Yeah, that's what.
Okay, alternately, for curing, you can use Morton's Tender Quick or Morton's Sugar Cure. It's not the same stuff, and it's not pink either. Basically, you can follow the directions, but basically, if you substitute whatever salt in the recipe with this, you'll be fine. Okay?
Instead of the pink stuff?
Yeah, instead of the pink stuff.
so you use that like 1-to-1 for your salt.
Yeah.
So it's a lot easier.
For curing, yeah, and it works great for that. And the sugar cure is really made for dry curing, and it does have sodium nitrate in it, but it's a very small amount. And I wouldn't worry about it. But basically, they're the same, the amount of nitrite in them and so on. Okay. Something, I'll talk about that a little more, the actomycin, going in the solution, getting sticky. It depends on what you like. The more you mix it, the more it's gonna happen, and the bite, the texture when you eat it, some people say it gets too rubbery. To me, I think I kinda like that. Okay, so just with experience, you can, so you know what's causing it. Okay, stuffing casings. If you haven't done sausage before, these are the natural casings. I've got some I rinsed out yesterday. These are packed in salt. I understand you can get them in brine too, but I haven't seen them. I always use these dry, packed in salt. They need to be rinsed very thoroughly, inside and out, before you use them. And I just throw them in a tub like this and let them soak a while, and then drain it off and change the water and let it go again. And the inside, I created a tool that Toby's got hid someplace.
It's over by the sink.
Maybe I should patent it, because I've never seen anything.
It's a great invention.
Oh man, that's great.
Yeah.
I take the cap off and squeeze it over the end of the.
Yeah, which is
It
a little
works.
tough to do, but
That's
it's a lot easier. What this is my misting system that I hang out in the garage in the summertime. This is the supply. So I cut it, and then I bought a 3/8 inch coupling, so I didn't ruin it. I can put it back together and use my misting system, but it also works as a sausage, a casing rinser for the inside of the casings. So. Okay, natural casings. That's and you'll find that these are a little bit of trouble because you have to clean them, and you'll get a chance to do that today. But really, they're still the best. I think
They last forever.
yeah, they last forever
You can
like
open
this.
them
And
up and
take what you want.
throw them in the refrigerator, they'll last forever.
buy those?
I got these from Cabela's, but I think even this,
Tractor Supply Academy.
yeah, has been a
It's Limbs, I think it's Limbs,
Yeah.
same thing.
Limbs is what I got at Tractor Supply. Most of them are this same package, no matter where you buy them, it's same thing. The collagen casings, it's the collagen casing, these are artificial, they're actually made out of a cowhide. They take the collagen from the cowhide and they make these casings, and they're ready to go, just like this. Put on and stuff them. But if you've ever used them, they're not fun to twist, and they're easy to stuff. And if you want to make long,
You can't twist them. We learned that.
I mean, they do it in the factories, but they got machines that do it in the factories, and
Well, most of the sausage you buy in stores is probably that, because it's so uniform. If you look at the store when they're packaged in two, they're cut. You know, they got a machine that's cut them. That's super uniform on serving size, so that's why they use that.
they're okay, and they work, and the bite on these is pretty uniform when you eat them, where the natural casings varies, but
I always
something
have
else.
trouble with the split.
I think they burn on the grill. I think you put a natural and a collagen next to each other, the collagen will be black
Yeah.
on
So,
the bottom.
something I don't think I put in here that you need to know is when you're gonna cook them on the grill, take your brush and paint them with oil. No matter which casing it helps.